Okay, so let's get weaving. Take your skein and unwind it. Find an end. And thread your needle. There's no need to tie a knot at the end. We start at the back and pull it through and just leave a tail hanging down. The only thing you need to do on your loom is go under the first one and over the top of the next, and that's just repeated round and round, under, over, all the way around. You can go either direction, but you've just got to keep going in that same direction. I'm just holding that with my finger at the back. So under, over, and I'm doing a few at a time just to make it a bit faster. You will find that as early on your yarn might catch on the edge of the petals. It stops doing that as you get a bit further out. So we're almost back to where we started. And the next round needs to be the opposite of that. So rather than over, under, you're going under, over. So if that's not happening and you've gone around and it's coming out that you're going the same under, over, and the second round is under, over, it means you've got one too many of the warping threads, and you'll just need to pinch two together and use them as one. So you could tie it back here just to make it easier, but that's all you'll need to do. I'll show you on a different loom that's been progressed a little further along. It's easier to see the over, under. You can see here the last row I did was under, over, and this lap is over, under. When you're ready to change colours, again, you don't need to tie a knot, just finish it where you want to, take it through to the back and cut it off. As you work your way out, you can cut these inner ones off because they're snugged down. I'd wait a little longer till I cut these ones off. I'd like to show you how to use the roving that you get in your kit. You can tear this in half and make thinner pieces, or you can work with it thicker. I prefer to not use a needle for this part, just use my fingers to push it through. So I'm going to start from where I left off. The next one is to come up through here and leave a bit of a tail, and going in the same direction, just going to push it through like that. It looks good when you've gone around at least twice with the roving, because it kind of puffs and snugs down against itself. It's also handy to use it on the outer edge as your last loop, because it hides this join where the wood meets the string a little better. Let's look at some examples I've made to just have a look at different techniques you can try. This medium-sized loom has lots of the rovings on the outer circle, and you can see what I mean by it hiding that join there quite well. So it's got a couple of layers in the alternating pattern. This larger one, I've used a more free-form style. I've looped the roving over each individual warping thread rather than going over and under. I've gone round each one and then hooked it round the next one, which has made a more puffy kind of shape. I've also woven in sections coming outwards, just over a few string lines, so it's not a continuous spiral. It works quite well just to make a more textured and interesting looking piece. Here's a big one that has pom-poms in the centre, and I've just tied the pom-poms through at the back. It's just a fun, different style. And this little baby one has in the central or first colour a pattern of 2 over the top of 2 and under 1, repeated round and round, and it makes a more spiraled rosette shape. So that's just over 2, under 1, over 2, under 1, round and round, and again bringing out to a more textured yarn which looks like roving on the outer edge. Thank you for purchasing a weaving kit, and I hope you enjoy creating your masterpiece. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at hellovalleymaker@gmail.com. Thank you.